is the star of the fantastic new blockbuster, and I've seen this movie. I'm telling you, it is fantastic. It's Jack Black is in King Kong. Mr. Black is back in town. Black is back. Look at that, Jack Black. Look at that. Even slouching down there, he looked alert, but now he's sitting up. Look at that. Wow.
I know, I had a kind of a double chin going. I had to sit up.
Jack Black, ladies and gentlemen. He's performing in King Kong, OK? That's a new movie. It's going to be huge this Christmas. It is dynamite. Now, King Kong, of course, as you know, is a 50-foot, 20-ton gorilla. I believe Jack learned one thing, filming with Kong, that if Mr. Kong wants to sit on the bonnet of your car pleasuring himself, let him. I mean, wind up the windows and put the wipers on fast, but let him. That's what monkeys like to do, isn't it?
Too true. Too true.
My next guest this evening is the king of Boogie Woogie himself. It's Jools Holland. There he is, Jools Holland. You've got to love Jools Holland. You have to love Jools Holland. It's official. I was looking at his schedule. You know, Jools is incredibly busy. He's actually out on the road. He's got his big band. He's out on the road about 364 days of the year. Non-stop touring. He is either massively popular or trouble at home. We'll find out. And we've got music this evening from the legendary Modfather himself, Mr. Paul Weller. That's it, sit up straight. Wow, look at Paul go. Look at Paul. Could we have that man removed, please?
Going.
What a agreement that is. You know, we've got... That really is. That's world class is what it is. Look, we've got King Kong, OK? We have got some sing-song. And according to the puffs over there, ding-dong. We've got everything. Now, anyone who has children, particularly those who are kind of just before their teenage years, like 11, 12, they know how difficult it is to arrange a party for them, OK? Basically, at that age, they want to be grown-ups. They're not really grown-ups, but they want to be grown-ups. They basically want mum and dad to leave them alone. They want to have some friends over. They want to giggle a lot, maybe give each other makeovers, listen to music, that kind of stuff, OK? So it was fascinating, I thought, to read in the newspapers this week about an American multimillionaire. I don't know if you saw this. It's a true story. An American multimillionaire who took a more hands-on approach for his daughter's bat mitzvah. OK, she was about to turn... I think they do it when they turn 12, don't she? He booked some live music for the gig. He didn't mind throwing some cash at this. He booked the Eagles. He booked Aerosmith. And he booked Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Now, is anyone else out there thinking this party was maybe a little bit more for Dad than for his 12-year-old daughter? Look, there he is. Look at that. What 12-year-old wants that performing at their party? Dad, can we have the Pussycat Dolls? Shush, the Eagles are singing Desperado. Eat your bloody cake. My first guest this evening, ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't be happier. He's back on the show. He's a rock star, he's a comedy star, and now he is a king-size star. Before he comes out, I'm going to show you a little clip of his fantastic new movie. I'm telling you, this movie is going to blow you away. Here he is. It's King Kong. Look at this.
Imagine, if you will, an uncharted island, thought to exist only in myth.
Wall! There's a wall ahead!
That's a movie. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Jack Black.
Hey, hey, we're the monkeys. When people say we're monkeying around, we're too busy singing to put anybody down. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys.
That was the best.
That was quite a sad high five, wasn't it?
It was one of the worst high fives in history.
Well, you know, because I put my high five up and then you didn't see it and you went to shake the hand and then you saw it and by then I was thinking about taking it down and I think there was a confusion there. And,
Can we remedy that? Can we go one more time?
Oh,
No,
man,
nice.
that actually that hurt me quite substantially.
I
All right,
We have
welcome,
to make
Jack.
up for the stinker.
Hey, look at Jack. Doesn't Jack look handsome? You're wearing a moustache. I've never seen you with a moustache before.
Yeah.
This is an interesting thing.
Well, I got extra dressed up. Tonight was the big premiere here
Oh,
in
of
London.
course.
You know,
You-
King
you
Kong.
were here for
I
King
came
Kong?
straight over. Yeah, and I got this mustache. I was doing a movie down in Mexico.
Okay.
I was a Mexican wrestler.
You're playing a Mexican?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, like El Santo.
Yeah,
Or El
exactly.
Hijo del Santo.
That's right.
Or Le Blue Demon.
Now I don't. Yeah, the Blue Demon.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so you're up on the Lucha Libre?
I have met the Blue Demon.
No way.
I spent some time with the Blue Demon in a park in Mexico.
With or without the mask?
He was wearing the mask
Of
at all
course.
times. He
Never-
refused
yeah.
to take the mask off.
They never take off the mask.
Even at one stage when a pack of Mexican dogs came running at us, and we all ran screaming like girls, he walked through them wearing the mask. The dogs respected the mask.
Yeah, they won't take it off if they're eating anything.
It must be great fun for the wives at home. Can you imagine that?
If you're into it.
Did you get to wear a mask?
Yes, I wear a mask. It's a wrestler who has a double life. Sometimes he's a priest, the other times he's a wrestler.
A wrestling priest.
But anyway, yeah. So I have this mustache from that, and then I came straight to New York to do the publicity for King Kong, and Peter was like, "Your mustache is great. It makes you look like Clark Gable." And I was gonna shave it, but then I was like, "Wait a second. Pete thinks I look like Gable. I got to keep this thing. I'll shave it tomorrow, probably."
Well, I don't think it does make you look like Clark Gable.
No?
It makes you look like Clark Gable if you're watching a film on the wrong ratio at home. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, because I'm stretched out wider?
Yes.
Them's fighting words. I know how to wrestle now, man.
I thought maybe I was talking to the priest.
No, it's okay. I've made peace with my wideness.
I love the shape you're in.
Thank you.
I think you know, because some people, when they look plumper, they look better. Okay? And some people, when they look similar, they look better. And so, this is how you should be.
Fat is funny. That's
Well-
what they've said, and I think it's true.
I don't think of you as fat. I think of you as well covered.
I'm well covered with fat.
Okay. But hey, Peter Jackson, who you mentioned a minute ago, the director, who previously directed, of course, the Lord of the Rings movies. Now, he was a big fella.
Yeah.
And then he went off and directed King Kong with you.
Yeah.
Well, there we have a photograph of him back when he did the Lord of the Rings. Okay.
Yeah.
He's a fairly substantial chap.
Yeah.
He's lost so much weight. Look at him now. Look at him now. You wouldn't think... He lost 5 stone while shooting that movie.
Yeah.
No.
5 stone.
Was he dieting? Was this a deliberate thing? Did he try and get everyone to join in? What happened?
He used his superpowers of perception to lose the weight. Well, you know, I asked him what the hell the diet was, because I was going to base my character Carl Denham on Peter Jackson, and, you know, when I got the part, he was still, you know, many more stone.
Yes.
So I thought, I'm going to gain a little weight for
Yes.
the role, and then all of a sudden, Skinny Man Magoo, and I'm like, I got to lose weight for the role. Yeah, so I had to abandon ship on basing it on him, but...
And did you lose weight for the role?
Well, by accident, just because I was exercising a lot. There's a lot of running away from monsters.
There's a
and
lot of
whatnot.
it. Now, I love the movie. All
Thank you.
You must love the movie as well, don't you?
Yeah, I'm crazy for
Isn't
it.
it great to see yourself in a great movie? It must be such a joy.
You know, it doesn't even feel like I'm in a movie. It feels like I'm in a historical event. It's like I'm in like a Star Wars or...
Really, it is that
It's
good.
massive.
It is that good. I went to see it and I thought, wow, this is going to be okay. I'm sure it'll be, you know, because he's a good director, it's a good cast. Blew me away. I love it.
Yeah.
And it's a long movie. It's about 4 days long. How long is it?
It is 4 days long for the price of a regular movie.
But I wouldn't have it a moment shorter. I
Yeah.
really wouldn't. Now, what happens when you're making a movie like this? Obviously, we know that most of those creatures aren't there.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to spoil this for any kids watching. I mean, Kong is real, isn't he?
Yeah.
Kong is real, but the dinosaurs, I believe, they've all gone.
Yeah, that presented a challenge, acting-wise.
How do you get yourself into the right level of, like, scaredness? If you're running from dinosaurs, for example, how do you prepare yourself for that? Is there any preparation you do, or do you just wing it on the day?
No, yeah, I did a lot of preparation. Actually, I did a lot of running around in the park that I lived next to at nighttime, so no one would see me, be able to pick up on my technique, but you run. I had to imagine monsters that don't exist because I wasn't scared enough just imagining Jurassic Park monsters. I had to, like, say, what I would be really scared if there was a tiger chasing me, but it had a shark's head and mouth. Wow. And things like that. I had to get creative.
Maybe with a monkey on its back with a gun.
That starts sounding kind of funny.
Let's have a look. know, I so enjoyed the movie. Now, presumably, I know Peter Jackson, who directed the film, and it was a, you know, it was a dream of his to make this movie because when he was a kid, that was his favourite film.
Yeah.
He loved King Kong. And I think all of us who saw it when we were young, we loved that film. It must be a challenge for him and for you guys to be in a movie which is so well loved, to try and remake a classic like that. I mean, was it something you grew up loving? Was it something you wanted to do?
No, I never saw that movie.
The original King Kong?
Not until I heard Peter Jackson was remaking it. I saw little chunks of it, but never from beginning to end. I grew up with King Kong versus Godzilla, which was pretty, well, yeah, it was a pretty bad movie. But I was totally into King Kong, the character, from that, you know, and I drew pictures of him and stuff. I don't remember if I answered your question.
No, no. You know, when you go around selling a movie like this, I'm sure the better the film, the easier it must be for you to do that. The reaction you're getting, I imagine, must be similar to my reaction. People, are they loving the movie, people?
Yeah, the peeps are loving the movie, and it's not. I feel great, and I feel really proud to be in it. But you know I'm just a small part of the awesomeness.
But you know, it is. But are you worried that you can't top this? Because presumably, when you're in a movie this big, maybe you're never going to be in a movie this big again.
Yeah.
You know, there's a very good chance. I mean, not
It's true.
You know, you have huge talent, Jack. I'm not underestimating that.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I know. Well, luckily, I've already signed up Titanic 2.
Okay.
Followed up with Titanic 2 Electric Boogaloo.
No, yeah.
It's going to be really big.
Okay, you do some fabulous acting in the film, because I think you have grown as an actor, Jack.
Thank you.
Okay, because I've always enjoyed you on screen, but often it's your large personality, I think, that shines through. Here, there's some sensitive acting, some subtle acting, and you're on screen with some of the best actors in the business right now.
True.
Naomi Watts is fabulous.
Yeah.
And Adrian Brody, here, he's the skinny guy who won an Oscar for the piano film with Roman Polanski.
Incredible.
Okay. Great caster, and is it daunting working with people who you know are already, once again, at the top of their game?
I was daunted. The first week, I was terrified I was going to get fired because I was the what's wrong with this picture guy. You know, I was the clown in the drama class. But it was Naomi that put me at ease. She was like, man, you rock. You're going to be kick ass in this film. Just relax. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I am going to be kick ass. And yeah, I owe her a fruit basket or something.
Yeah.
Putting me at ease.
Okay, now, some of the acting you do in the film involves facial expressions, as all acting does.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that you have very fluid eyebrow control.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You want a little demonstration?
Well, you've worked with... Oh, my God. You've worked with some other talented eyebrow actors. Jim Carrey, of course.
Yes,
Now,
the
he's got
king
great
of
eyebrows.
all eyebrow acting, yeah.
Well, it must be fun working with Jim, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a small part I had. I was, yeah,
Cable
green
Guy.
with envy. if you
I
look
love
closer.
Cable Guy. That's a
Yeah.
great film as well.
Yeah.
He farts before he does a big take, doesn't he?
Did you hear about this?
Well, I read about it. I don't know if it's true.
It is true. He had, I stole this technique. He was doing this, this big scene, and it was right after he was playing basketball, and he broke the backboard, and he's laying on the ground afterwards, and they said, action! And he let out the longest, juiciest power fart. And everyone was laughing, and they said, okay, good. And then he just started acting, and it was the best take of the day.
It broke the ice.
Yeah. And and everyone was laughing about what a clown he was, but I realized there was technique in that. It wasn't just a fart. It was a relaxation technique. Because if you do something embarrassing enough in front of the whole crew, then you're freed up to let it rip in the scene. That I didn't want to talk about my secret technique.
Can you summon one up at will like that?
No, I'm not that talented.
I mean, sometimes you can't not do them.
Well, I'm afraid if I forced it, it might, lead to something much worse.
All right, okay. Here's the thing I love about Jack is he's not just a talented actor, ladies and gentlemen, which he is. He's not just a very funny man. He's in one of the best rock and roll bands in the world today. He's in, I hope you're aware of this. You're looking at one half of Tenacious D. That's a great band. I've seen them live. They're a great band. You were on the show with Kyle 2 years ago. What's happened to Tenacious D? You've been so busy acting. I haven't heard any new Tenacious D material. I don't know what's going on in the world of Tenacious D. What is it?
Yeah, well, we've, while everyone was focusing on Kong, me and Kyle filmed the entire Tenacious D feature film.
You finished the movie?
We finished it. And it's called Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny.
Wow.
And I think it'll probably go down in history as one of the great 1-2 punches. King Kong, and then Tenacious D uppercut. It's kind of like what Marlon Brando did with The Godfather and then the French having sex movie. What was that?
Last Tango in Paris.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm hoping for.
Is that how you refer to it, the French having sex movie? Man, you really are a movie buff, aren't you?
I never saw that one, actually.
You never saw it?
I just knew it was a good 1-2 punch.
It's a great film.
Yeah.
I like School of Rock as well. School of Rock, I don't know if you saw it. School of Rock was a great movie. I think it was a pretty big hit over here. I know it was in the States. That was a part, I can't imagine anyone else playing that part. Was it written for you? Did you create that?
It was written for me by a friend of mine, Mike White, who wrote Orange County as well. And yeah, I think there's some other people who can rock and can be funny. There's some other people. Adam Sandler probably would have jumped on it. But I was lucky to have a kick-ass writing friend.
What happened to the kids in that film afterwards? Are you in touch with them? Do you know what happened? Have they actually gone on to perform, to be in bands? Do you
I've
know where
not
they
kept in touch with the kids, you know? Is that
shows you-
disappointing?
That shows you quite a poor life. Because the friendship on screen felt so real, I thought, this is going to be one guy who's not going to turn out to be a showbiz phony.
Well,
No, listen. This is one guy who's going to keep in touch. When I see some films, like I see Tom Hanks, or when I saw Bruce Willis in Sixth Sense, oh, you don't care about that dead kid, or, well, he's dead, the kid is... I just spoiled it for you. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's not going to keep in touch with that kid. I thought, yeah, but you know what? Jack will keep in touch with those kids. He'll take an interest in their careers. If one of them goes off the rails, he'll be there to guide them back on track. One of them needs a loan for a college fund or whatever you have in the States. He'll help them out. One of them says, Jack, I want to act. He'd give them a small part in the movie. I figured you'd keep in touch with them. Maybe not give them your cell phone number, but give them an internet address so they could contact you. Would that break your heart?
I believe they all have my internet address. They haven't been, calling me. If there was an emergency call, I would be there. Okay. And I like to think that if I see them on the street, there would be very warm high fives. Yeah. There would be good times. But yeah, I'm busy. They're busy doing kid things.
I'm busy. Kids who looked at said, you know what, we enjoy making this movie with this great guy. He's like an uncle to me. And where is he now? Doesn't call.
Oh, man. I can't believe that you can drop the F-bomb like that.
We can't really. I'm
just
showing off.
In the States, if I dropped an F-bomb, I could be sued.
I like the F-bomb. That's a good way of saying it.
Thank you.
Let's have a look. I want to show you a clip of School of Rock. I love School of Rock. It was great. And, you know, it's one of those films, once again, where you go in and it could have not worked, and it worked better than I'd hoped. This is School of Rock.
If someone was right up in your grill, what would you say?
I don't know.
If someone was pushing you around, telling you what to do, what would you say?
Step off.
Step out! Step out! Step out! Step out! Everybody! Step out! Step out! Step out! Step out! If I do what you say, I'm not turning into a robot. Do my job day after day, and they don't want any left. No, so step out! Step out! Step out! Step out! Step out! Step out, right? Step out! Step out! Step out! Step
That's a great film.
Thank you. It's kind of embarrassing watching myself while other people are watching me. I like to watch myself only in a dark room with nobody else. Yeah.
That's something I didn't really want to find out about you, to be honest with you. I have a present for you, Jack.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't bring anything for you.
Well, I'm not going to give you the present now.
I got something.
What have you got?
Mints.
Mints from the hotel where you're staying to promote your movie. Right? Mints where he's staying to talk about the monkey film. All right? I'm going to show you a clip, because I know you like the unusual.
Yeah.
Don't you? Okay, well, I have a film here for you, which is one of my favourites, and it's just been re-released, and I was excited. It's called, have you heard of the film called For Your Height Only?
No.
It's a James Bond movie starring a very short fella called Weng Weng. I'm warning you now, it's made in the Philippines, okay? There are things in here maybe you shouldn't laugh at, that maybe you will. He plays Agent 003½. Okay, you want to see a little clip?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
That
enjoy
sounds
this. This is
amazing.
Weng Weng. This is yours to take home.
Amazing. Thank you for that. Wang Wang.
Wang Wang.
Thank you.
That's pretty good fighting technique Wang Wang has, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. It's straight for the nuggets.
Okay. It's lovely to have you again, Jack. Congratulations on Kong. It is a great film. It opens next Thursday here in the UK. I'm going to be queuing up to take my kids to see it. The minute it finished, I wanted to see it again. I haven't felt that way about a movie
Me
since
too.
the first Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Jack, lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for coming on.
Great
Jack
to
Black,
be
ladies and gentlemen. Off you go. Your work here is done. Thank you very much indeed.
sir.
Mr. Jack Black. You've got to love Jack Black. He's a great man, isn't he? Thank you, Jack. He looks good with the moustache, doesn't he? Do you think I should try the moustache?
Oh, God. Does anybody else do that? I did it twice when I first got here. I clonked my head. How embarrassing. What's that?
There is one in there.
Oh, good.
Oh,
yeah.
As if I would give him an empty box, George.
Just checking.
Man, that's